Hello and welcome to another Xterra video where I work on my truck. Sometimes I'm successful, sometimes I'm not. And on today's video we're going to be working on the front. I'm going to replace my headlight assembly. So previously I already worked on my headlights, I already polished them before, but as the time went by they got foggy again. So this time around I decided not to polish them, but instead just go ahead and swap the assembly all away. And after doing some research and reading some comments and a lot of suggestions, I decided to go with this brand. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. I got it from Rock Auto actually, but you can find it on Amazon as well, even on eBay. And I really like these headlights, the way they look. Hopefully they're gonna look better on my truck. And as you can see, this is a brand new headlight and they're with a black bezel. I think it's gonna give a good look to my truck. So now without further ado, let's start taking this apart. This shouldn't be too hard, but I'm gonna try my best to guide you through how to disassemble this. So this is how my light output looks with my old headlights housing. It's not too bad, and I have LED lights, so it's kind of focused in. But let's see if I'm gonna get any improvements once I replace the headlights assembly. Now in order to replace the headlights we need to remove our grille and our bumper. If you have a stock bumper, you need to remove your stock bumper, which is not hard to do. It's pretty easy. I think I have a video where I was removing it, so I'm gonna attach that video to the link when I was painting my bumpers. But in this case I have my aftermarket bumper and it's pretty heavy, and to remove it by yourself it's doable, but I'd rather not do it because there is one bolt in there that we need to unbolt, which is that one over there. I might get lucky and I can just unscrew this bolt without even removing the bumper. And then of course we have two bolts over here, and then there is one bolt over here on the side. That's why we need to remove the grille, but it's very easy. There is only 4 pins that hold in it, so we can take this out and pull it out carefully. Now unfortunately again I'm not gonna remove the grille all the way, because in order for me to remove it I need to slide it forward, but it's hitting my bumper over here, and like I said, I don't want to remove my bumper. But in my case it's not even necessary, because there is a bolt right there with the extension and the ratchet. I can reach it no problem, so therefore I'm not gonna remove the grille as well all the way. Just this is enough for me. So now I'm gonna be working on removing these 3 bolts over here. So now I'm gonna start removing that hard to reach bolt. Then I'm gonna remove these 2 bolts and the 4th bolt over there, and the headlights should come out easy. And as always, this is a 10 millimeters. So now, like I said, with the long ratchet I can reach and remove that bolt over there. So actually what I ended up doing, I loosened up all the bolts holding the bumper, and that allowed me to drop it down slightly, and that was enough for me to stick my hand inside there with a little ratchet, and now I'm just taking that bolt out without having to disassemble the bumper. And with this little ratchet that I've been using a lot lately, because the regular one is not gonna fit in there, but this is just enough to remove it.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, as always my plan keeps changing. As you can see, I removed the bumper completely and the grille, because in the end it's gonna be easier and faster to remove it, no matter what bumper you have, stock bumper or aftermarket bumper, because there is 2 bolts over here that's hard to reach. I actually removed already one, but this one is kind of not going yet. I'm afraid it's gonna snap. And as you can see, I removed the grille, and then we have this bolt over here to remove, because it's pretty much faster to remove the bumpers and then just work on the lights itself. This bolt, now let's remove this bolt. Now let's see if we can remove this without breaking it, hopefully. I soaked them with a PB blaster, but I don't know if that's enough yet. And yeah, it's not moving. Alright, now I have a slight issue. I have one bolt over here that is stuck, that is not going, and I know if I'm gonna pull it harder it's gonna break. I have all other 4 bolts removed over here, but this one is not going. But in this case I have all of these bolts removed, but this one is side one is not going, and I know if I gonna pull harder it's gonna break as well. So now I'm just put more PV blaster on it, gonna wait a little bit, and hopefully I can remove those two bolts. Then I got all the bolts out on this side. That one over there is still soaking with a PV blaster, so let's work on this headlight instead. Now I can easily pull it forward, and let's start disconnecting all the wiring. Now I can disconnect my headlights. Let's unplug this side amber light, and for that we just have to push this down right here, and it should come out. There we go, nice and easy. So now I'm gonna swap my light bolts from here to our new housing, and we are ready to install it. The lights that it comes with, it's not some cheap off-brand, it's actually it's a Sylvian light, so these are supposedly pretty good, but I'm gonna replace them anyways. Alright, so I swapped my headlight bolts, and actually I have to use this older bracket because I had to modify this to fit the way it's over here. So now it's just reverse procedure. Gonna put the lights in place, hopefully I can get that bolt out without breaking. Gonna put everything back together and we're gonna see how they look. So all the bolts are in place, but I only put 4 bolts this time. I'm not gonna put this one all the way on the bottom, because first of all they put so many bolts in here, more than they put on a skid plate over there, and this is not moving, it's not gonna go anywhere. And that way, if I ever need to replace it, if I ever need to replace or something on my headlights, I don't need to disassemble my bumper or anything. I can work with this bolt from the side and be done with it. And yeah, I think that's gonna be good like that. Alright guys, the headlights have been replaced and they look pretty amazing. I think they look pretty good. They're a big improvement from my old ones that I used to have. Just look at this one and look at this one. So now I'm gonna wait for the dark and I'm gonna test how's the light output. I may or may not have to adjust the lights, but that's pretty easy. On the back there is just a small dial with a flat screwdriver. You just go up and down. So we'll see. If I have to adjust them, I'll show you guys how to do that. But they look pretty good. And okay guys, so this is my new headlights now. As you can see, I'm pretty much about the same distance from the garage as it used to be, and this is how the light output looks like. I think it looks much better. And I don't think I even need to aim them. I think they're pretty much right where they're supposed to be. When I was driving, they seems to be fine, not too low, not too high. So I think that's pretty good. So I'm very happy with the result. Not only they look good, but they're actually functional as well. So that's pretty good. Alright guys, another project successfully done. These new lights, they really refreshing my truck. Now it looks much better. And the light output is pretty good. I'm happy. Also, I didn't put any seal around the lights. I decided to test it, to leave it as it be. And I'm gonna keep you guys posted in the comments if the water gets in or not, so you guys know if this product worth it or not. I'm taking a chance, but I want to do it for you guys. So on this note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you might find them helpful, and as always, until next time, everybody, bye.